Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Eat Squid, and welcome back to another episode. Today we are here on the Quantum SMP server, which is another multiplayer server. If you have seen my Islandcraft server, it's pretty much like that one. So pretty much we are here in our survival world. We were online with a bunch of other people. Look at them all. Look at those YouTubers and streamers. Oh, they're so fancy. Go check them out if you don't already know them, of course. And pretty much what we're going to do here is we're going to survive and thrive out here in this beautiful desert, which I've claimed. This desert is overlooking the shopping district where all the shops be at. They're over there in the distance, which we can't see because my rendering distance isn't. I mean, it's not rendered in, so there's no way to see it. But pretty much this is where we're going to build our base, build up everything we need, survive, and become the ultimate ruler of these lands because we will rule over all the people. They think they have power, but they don't know what's coming because together we will take control of them, and we will control. We will be the richest man alive, and we will do such good business with our formal business suit. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Now the first thing we need is food because we are running very low on that right now. But luckily we got ourselves a very nice dark oak forest, and hopefully there's grass in here. Is there no grass in dark oak forests? Did I just learn that? There is no grass in dark oak forest. That makes it look really weird. Looks really flat now. But we're gonna have to find some grass. Hopefully there's some over here. Where? Oh, there they are. Okay, we're gonna grab this grass. We're gonna get ourselves some seeds and set up a farm because our food's already really low. As you can see, we have got 3 little hunger bars. So we're gonna have to get as many seeds as we can really. Plant this. We're gonna have to cut down some trees to get some tools, and hopefully we can get sustainable food before we inevitably die. The tab bar, you can see I've got a 0 next to my name because I've got 0 deaths, and we don't want to make that number go up. So we're gonna be very, very, very careful not to die, and dying from starvation would be the worst way to start off this new season. Well, we've run into a problem straight away, which is we've got to wait for all this to grow into grass before we can plant the seeds on it. So, for your pleasure, I'm going to speed this up, but I'm literally going to have to sit here for who knows how long watching grass grow. Now, if that isn't the premium Minecraft experience. Well, it took way too much time, but I can now say that I have watched grass grow in Minecraft because we've got ourselves a beautiful pot of grass. Look at this plot, covered in all these beautiful grass blocks, which we can now turn into our nice soil. And then we can plant the seeds we have and finally get ourselves some food. Luckily, by watching this grass, we didn't lose any hunger, but it took ages, and I mean ages, just to get all of this to turn to grass. It took like a solid hour just to get this on the grass, which is ridiculous. I never knew that's how slow grass was, but we finally got ourselves some food. And at least while we were waiting, this grew, so we get a few more seeds now, and we get our first piece of wheat. I immediately screwed that up, and I can't wait. Can you? Okay, okay, okay. I think I just made the biggest mistake in my life. You can till dirt. What? That. Oh my gosh. So I spent like an hour watching this grow for no reason. Well. That shows you how smart I am, guys, because we just watched grass grow, even though we didn't have to. But while we wait, we are going to head over here to the forest behind us. Where is it? Look at that over there. Pretty far away, and actually we might not. We are on 1. I think we're on hard mode, so we are going to take damage. So we're just going to wait here. We're going to stay still. Then we're going to head over there and get ourselves some tools. It should be fantastic. Soon we will get a better food source, but for now we're just going to have to stick with the wheat. So while we wait for our wheat to grow, I have eaten some fish, and we are going to head over here to this dark oak forest and chop down some of these trees, and then with this we can finally start building our starter house. Now we're going to get plenty of wood just because these trees are massive, and they're going to give us tons of wood. Now dark oak is a very interesting wood type to build with, just because of its unique color and how dark it is. I tend to build with spruce just because it's my favorite, but I'm sure we're going to have to figure out something because we do need a house quickly, because once it turns to night, it's going to be very difficult to stay alive if we don't have shelter. Now, before we get onto anything else, we are going to come over here to the shopping district, which was right in front of our base, and we are going to scout out this beautiful area because I want to see the shops there already are because I'm planning on buying a massive piece of land. So what are we going to do? We are going to check out all the land there is to see, and hopefully we can see if there's any interesting shops we care about. Let's check it out. Okay, so we've got one here which appears to be selling quartz, redstone, and okay, nice, nice. Let's come over here. Oh, there is a bunch of shops today. Yes, look at this one. The cake shop, interesting. I'm liking this. There looks like there's a lot of opportunities because a lot of these shops have not been open. Okay, so this is kind of like, oh, reconstruction, you can't go up there. This is kind of like miscellaneous objects, tools, stuff like that. Nice, maybe end busting stuff. Over here, this looks like a redstone shop. Iron shop. Okay, interesting, interesting. What is this? This one looks really cool. Let's check it out. This is the entrance. Yep. Oh, miscellaneous as well. Lots of stuff. Does not seem like many people are selling logs, which is a business venture we might want to hop onto. Okay, some more end stuff. Looking interesting. This is the diamond pile where all of the diamonds are stored. This is a bookstore. Yep, that's a bookstore right there. Over here we've got Rat Lab. What is this? Interesting. I don't know what that is, but is this? Oh, this might be a log shop. Okay, there's a lot of shops here. So I think that what we are going to concentrate on selling this season is logs, because it seems that if something no one else has been selling right now is wood. So we're going to take advantage of that, and we are going to start our empire by selling lots and lots of logs, and I cannot wait. We are going to have to get into this soon because looks like lots of land is getting bought up, and if we want to get ourselves a prime piece of real estate, we are going to have to get a bunch of diamonds and buy some of this land because each 10 by 10 piece of land is a diamond block. Now that is a crazy amount of diamonds, but I think it's worth it and I think we're going to get it. So without further ado, let's head back to our base and finish up this episode. Now we are going to build our starter base down here by the water, and what we're actually going to do is a sneaky trick where we put the dark oak at the bottom and the normal oak on top, and we strip them. It looks like the dark oak is darker because it looks like it's been weathered by the water, which makes it, since it's in the water, it looks like it's submerged. Maybe there's some moss growing on it. It's just a very neat trick. It would look better with spruce wood, of course, because spruce wood is better in every way. Not to be biased, but it's the truth. Everyone knows that. They just blend together better when you use spruce wood, but this works too, and I will probably use it for this until I do get spruce, and we're just going to go up, and we're going to make our base higher up in the sky so we can't get attacked by zombies and things like that, especially in the desert where lots of those things end up spawning. So we are going to build up these supports and start building the upper section. Now I've just finished up our starter base, and as you can see, it is a very nice tower sticking out of the water. We've got it coming up here, and we've got a very small upper level now. It's not meant to hold much, not meant to be very pretty. It's just meant to be basic and especially keep us protected from monsters and other things down on the surface. So we're nice and elevated, nice and safe. And in these barrels, I actually have storage. So this one is food, I believe. This one over here, we've got nature products. I think this one, or one of these. Which one? Oh no. Did I lose my... Okay, this is my wood one. And pretty much, I don't have really any way to label them. I did try to put signs, but if we go here and we try to label this one wood, if we put that on both sides, then it's very small hitbox to actually open the chest instead of the actual side itself, and we don't want to click on the sign. And obviously it looks kind of awkward if we only have one, so we would have to surround it for it to look normal, but then that's where the problem shows up, that we only have very small hitboxes to actually open the barrels and get what's inside. So for now we're going to label these, and I mean, we're hoping to keep this as a small little area just to store our stuff until we're able to make our actual base with better stuff. And what I'm planning is to make islands just spotted around here closer to the shopping district itself, and that should look very nice. But for now, we're just going to stick with this, and what we really need right now is some armor and some better tools. So we're going to head down into the mines, get ourselves tons of resources, and hopefully we'll be set for a good while. Now that we have spent some time in the mine, we've got ourselves some shiny iron armor and a few tools which are going to help us expand our base. But right now what we need is a better food source, because our wheat farm is great, but it doesn't produce enough food that we can restore our hearts when we need it. So we really need something that's better, and right now I think that the best thing we can do is fish. So I think what we're going to do over here on this island, which is unused at the moment, is we're going to make a little fishing dock where we can fish, because look at all the fish over there, and look at that. It's It's going to be a lot easier to get our health up when we have the fish because we can cook them and they just give us more saturation, so it's going to be a lot easier. And I think that we're going to have to get a lot of wood for this because we don't have that much at the moment. So we're going to head over to that forest, gather some wood, and start working on this dock. After chopping down a bunch of trees, I was able to get a bunch of oak logs, and I even found a few spruce saplings, which I grew to get more spruce logs. And what we're going to do is pretty much the same technique we used for our house here. We're going to have spruce at the bottom and then the oak tier, so it looks like the spruce is going to be like the wet one that's been in the water for really long. It should be looking interesting. It should fit better because spruce blends in better with the oak. So we're going to start building our dock here, and we can see we've already got this little section that's naturally lifted out of the water over there. It's really deep, so we're going to avoid that section. And we're probably just going to go with the natural curve of the island and probably extend it all the way along it. And maybe even find a way to connect it to the bridge, which we have over here. We'll probably extend our path, and the path will merge into the dock itself. So let's get right into that by starting building our pillars. Alright, so we've just finished terraforming some of this landscape and putting our pillars in place, and as you can see, they're already looking really good. Even without stripping them, you can already see how they blend together very nicely. This is a lot darker than the wood, but they still like merge together. But now once we strip them, you can see they look so great because they're not that big of a difference, but they're not as great as this one. This is a lot darker than this, so it's just very nice and has a nice look to it. However, I don't think we're going to keep with the stripped just because it's going to be too similar to this one and this one here, so we're probably going to end up keeping these as their normal logs just because they look better and have more texture compared to the flat textures of the stripped variants. So we are going to change these. I'm going to change these back to the normal log types, and then we're going to use some more slabs and trapdoors to make a little platform here where we're able to fish from. Now that we have placed all the slabs and we can see our beautiful dock coming together, we still need to add more details because this does not look good at all. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to add in some oak trapdoors every so often, just place one or two just to get that little new texture in there, along with spruce slabs, which are very nice because they also look like the old wood. So if we add them in just randomly around it, it looks like some of the wood is older than the rest. Maybe it got affected by water, maybe someone spilled something here. It just looks really nice. And we're also going to try to use some birch slabs just to get a better transition from the dock onto the sand, because right now it is kind of awkward how it just instantly changes from the wood to sand. But by using this, we can kind of have it more gradual. So we're going to try to just spot a few slabs around to make it look very nice. And hopefully once we add all these details, they'll start looking really good and we can put the finishing touches on our build. Now that we have added all these little details around our dock, it is looking so much better. As you can see, we've got the trapdoors here all the way around. We've got a bunch of them here, which just give we can see through them, see the water below. They just have a new texture to them. Very nice. We've got this, which makes the dock look older. Looks like it's deteriorating in some places. And then, of course, I've got some sandstone and the birch slabs, so it goes so well. It blends in a lot better now. Before it was pretty awkward, but now it looks almost natural. And if we come down here, I've also added a few fences down here, so it looks like there's more support. Maybe there used to be fences all the way around, but they've gotten older over time, so they've deteriorated, fallen away from their supports. And I tried to mix in two different colors of wood in this case, just so we get a bit more variation. And it looks like, again, there's aging happening. This is a very old dock and all that. It's very different. But now what we need to do is actually put some stuff on the dock, because the dock looks great overall, but if we don't add stuff onto it, it'll look kind of blank and very flat. So we're going to have a few crates. I'm thinking we can craft a bunch of just crafting tables, basic crafting tables, and like place a few over here. We've got a little stack of crafting tables. Maybe we can do these furnaces, barrels. We're just going to do a bunch of little stacks of these little crates, all that good stuff all around here. Not too much that we can't walk around it, but just enough so it looks good and there's a lot of detail. So we're going to get right into that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Welcome back, everyone, and we are coming down here to our docks because, yes, indeed, we have just finished them. Look at these beautiful docks. I'm loving these and their design. We're going to start right over here where you can see, first of all over the docks, you're going to notice I added some fence posts with some lanterns just to get light so we don't have mobs spawning here while we are working. Right here, we've got a little stack of crafting tables where you've got a bunch just for detail. They don't do much. They are useful because we can actually use them. They're just there for decoration. Over here, I love this design. What I've actually done is I have put dark oak trapdoors on the sides and then some right here in the middle, and on top I've put a bunch of different stone variants. So it looks like right here we've got a bunch of stone and different material waiting to be collected. Maybe there's going to be a boat here. Maybe this is a dock that's shipping off all this stone somewhere else. And this is just a nice little detail, and I'm loving how it's looking, especially the platform it's on. Over here we've got a very simple barrel right now. It's currently empty. I'm thinking about getting a fish, putting it in this barrel because I think that could look really cool, though I'm not sure what I want to do yet. This could just put something else in here for now. It looks very nice. Might just put water in there. Have not decided yet. Here, another crafting table. Very simple. Over here, a bunch of barrels. This can be useful. Can actually be storage. Not much to it. Right over here, we've just got a few more random assorted blocks as detail, and they also have some use. We've got the smithing table, a barrel, and a composter. Finally, we've got our seats where we can come here and fish and get as many fish as we're ever going to need. But you may have noticed that we've still got this massive section of the island left right up here, and you're probably thinking what I'm going to do with this. Now, I do have a few ideas. I think that what we are going to do up here is we're going to put a fishing cabin, maybe something of that nature, just because I think it would look really cool to have some sort of massive house up here related to these docks. Maybe we can have a crane hanging over, transporting some of these rocks. I don't know what. It's going to be great to build something here because I'm having a ton of ideas about what we can do. I have not yet decided, though, because there's a lot of things we can do and a lot of things we can imagine. So we're going to have to relate this somehow. And later on, we are going to build more islands out in the ocean, so we are going to have to connect them with bridges. But that is for later episodes because right now, we're running out of time. Yes, we've used up most of the time in this episode, so we are now going to retire. And for this episode, we are just going to sit here and we are going to fish our lives away. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a comment down if you have any suggestions for what I could build or what I can do. And if you guys enjoy this episode, make sure to smash that like button so I know you're liking this series. And without further ado, I will see you guys next time. Bye!